Water spreads across marble like blood from a wound. Nalaya's hands freeze on the mop handle, knuckles tight, breath caught somewhere between her ribs and throat. The coffee stain she's been scrubbing for 10 minutes refuses to lift, brown streaks mocking her effort. Above her head, the elevator chimes, sharp, metallic, final. She doesn't look up. She learned years ago that looking up only invites trouble. The lobby of Vanderhall Tower smells like expensive cologne and fear. Polished stone reflects everything. The glass pillars stretching toward a ceiling she can't see. The security guards with their rigid spines. The executives in suits worth more than her monthly rent. They move like sharks, smooth, cold, always circling. Then the movement stops. Silence drops like a curtain. Nalaya feels it before she sees it. The shift in air pressure, the collective held breath of 20 people who suddenly remember their prey. Her shoulders tense. She risks a glance toward the elevator doors. A man steps out. "Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is." He's broad-shouldered, dressed in a black suit that fits like a threat. Tattoos curl up his neck like smoke, dark ink against darker skin. His eyes sweep the lobby, not looking, scanning, calculating. Executives step back without realizing they're moving. Guards straighten but don't approach. Someone whispers a name she can't hear, but the tone tells her everything. Dorian Red walks like gravity bends around him. His shoes click against marble, measured, deliberate, heading straight toward her. Nalaya's pulse hammers. She keeps scrubbing, eyes down, trying to become invisible. She's good at invisible. 3 jobs, 2 years, 0 attention. That's survival. His shadow swallows the light around her bucket. The clicking stops. She can see his shoes now. Polished black leather, probably Italian, definitely worth more than her car. They're inches from the wet floor. She just mopped. She holds her breath. "Do you know who you're kneeling in front of?" His voice cuts through silence like glass through skin. Low, controlled, dangerous. Nalaya's hands tighten on the mop. Every instinct screams at her to apologize, to bow lower, to disappear. But something else stirs beneath her fear. Something older, something angry. She looks up. "What would you do if someone made you feel small just for doing honest work?" Nalaya. Her voice comes out steady, stronger than she feels. She meets his eyes, cold, measuring, surprised she's holding his stare. The lobby watches. She can feel their anticipation like static electricity, everyone waiting for her to break. Dorian tilts his head, a small movement that somehow makes him larger. "You kneel too easily. Maybe that's your problem." An executive smirks near the reception desk. Another pulls out their phone, probably recording. Nalaya's jaw tightens. She shifts her weight, plants her feet, keeps working. The coffee stain still won't budge. "I'm just doing my job, sir." The word "sir" tastes like copper in her mouth, like swallowing pride, like every humiliation she's endured in buildings like this from men like him, for reasons that have nothing to do with her work and everything to do with how little they think she matters. Dorian steps closer. His presence fills space like smoke fills lungs. Choking, inescapable. "You should move when I walk through. The floor is meant to reflect me, not your." He stops. The unfinished sentence hangs there, ugly and obvious. Nalaya stands. Slowly. Her knees ache from kneeling, but she doesn't let it show. She's eye level with his chest now, still looking up but no longer beneath him. "Sir, you walked into my workspace. I didn't walk into yours." Someone gasps. The sound echoes off glass and stone. The executive stops, smirking. Even the guards shift, uncomfortable, like they're watching something that shouldn't be happening. A janitor doesn't talk back, especially not to Dorian Red. His eyes flash, irritation first, then something else. Confusion, like he's trying to solve an equation that doesn't add up. He leans down, voice dropping to something quieter, more dangerous. "You talk like someone who doesn't know who I am." Nalaya holds his stare. Her heart pounds so hard she's sure he can hear it, but her voice doesn't shake. "And you talk like someone who thinks titles make them more human." The tension snaps tight. Executives freeze. Guards tense. The whole lobby holds its breath, waiting for the storm to break. Dorian's face hardens, jaw clenched, eyes dark, control slipping behind a mask of rage. Then he kicks the bucket. Water explodes across marble. The crash echoes like a gunshot. Brown, soapy liquid spreads in every direction, soaking her shoes, splashing her uniform. The mop clatters against stone. Nalaya stumbles back, breath catching, hands shaking. Dorian towers over the mess. Over her. Clean that. Then apologize for taking up space. Whose side are you on? The powerful man or the woman who refuses to bow? Nalaya's hands shake. Not from fear, from fury. From memory. From every time someone like him decided her work, her dignity, her existence didn't matter. She stares at the spreading water, at her reflection fractured across wet stone, and something inside her refuses to bend. I'm not apologizing for doing honest work. The words hang in air, thick with shock. Dorian's eyes narrow. His control cracks, just slightly, just enough. He moves fast, closing distance, hand shooting out to grab a wrist. His grip is iron. Too tight, too aggressive, too public. Nalaya gasps. Pain shoots up her arm. She tries to pull away, but he holds firm, yanking her closer. The lobby blurs around them. No one moves. Security pretends not to see. Executives study their phones like they're suddenly fascinating. No one intervenes. You think your pride is worth more than my patience? His breath is hot against her face. Rage burns in his eyes, the kind that comes from being challenged, from having someone see through the performance of power to the insecurity beneath. Nalaya's right glove slides down from the force of his grip. Just an inch, just enough. The tattoo appears. It's small, barely 2 inches across her inner wrist. Black ink, intricate lines, a symbol most people wouldn't recognize. A raven wrapped around a key, wings spread, beak open in silent warning. The mark of Ravenbrook Investigation Unit. Dorian sees it. Everything stops. Color drains from his face like someone pulled a plug. His grip loosens. Fingers going slack, breath catching, eyes widening with something that looks almost like panic. He stumbles back half a step, then another. His mouth opens, but no sound comes out. The change is instant. Total. Terrifying. Executives notice. They stop pretending to look away. Guards straighten, confused. Why is the most dangerous man in the building backing away from a janitor? Nalaya covers her wrist quickly, pulling the glove back up with her free hand. But the damage is done. He saw. He knows. And the fear in his eyes confirms what she suspected for 2 years. He remembers. Dorian's voice comes out rough, shaken. Ew, where did you get that mark? Silence stretches between them. Heavy, loaded, dangerous. Nalaya doesn't answer. She learned long ago that silence can be more powerful than words. She simply stands there, wrist covered, eyes locked on his, watching the predator realize he's been hunting the wrong prey. His throat works, swallowing, processing, panicking. Where did you get that mark? What secret could a simple tattoo hold that terrifies a mafia boss? Nalaya pulls her glove tight. The fabric stretches over her wrist, hiding the ink, hiding the truth. But Dorian's eyes stay fixed on the spot like he can still see it burning through cloth. His breathing changes, shallow, quick, the rhythm of someone whose world just tilted sideways. My family earned it. 3 words. Quiet. Final. They hit him like bullets. He takes another step back, scanning the lobby like agents might materialize from behind glass pillars. Like this whole morning was a trap, and he just walked into it. The Ravenbrook Investigation Unit. She watches recognition carve itself across his features. The same unit that nearly exposed his offshore empire 2 years ago. The same case that disappeared overnight. The same files that should have put him away forever. Should have, but didn't. You were part of the Ravenbrook case? His voice cracks on the question. The mafia boss who walked in like a storm now sounds human. Scared. Small. Nalaya doesn't answer. Her silence screams louder than any confession. She sees the calculations happening behind his eyes. Memories clicking into place, dates aligning, faces matching. He's figuring it out. She can see the moment it all connects. She stands taller, Shoulders back, chin up, done kneeling, done cleaning, done pretending to be invisible. The water still spreads across marble around them, but she steps through it like she owns every inch of this lobby. For the first time since he arrived, she's the one taking up space. Dorian scans the exits. His hand twitches toward his phone. Guards watch him, confused, waiting for orders that don't come. Executives whisper, confused, curious, sensing the power shift but not understanding it. Why is he retreating? From her, Nalaya moves forward. Not aggressive, not threatening, just present, claiming ground. The distance between them shrinks, and he doesn't stop her. Can't stop her, because now he's the one afraid of what she might do, what she might know, who she might call. She stops 3 feet away, close enough to speak quietly, close enough that only he hears. You remember my brother, don't you? The question lands like a punch. Dorian's face goes white, not pale white, bloodless. His lips part, his eyes widen, and she sees it. Recognition, guilt, memory of something he tried to forget. Tavius, her brilliant younger brother, the 22-year-old coder who could crack any system, trace any account, follow money through offshore labyrinths like threading needles. The one who disappeared 2 years ago after getting too close to the truth, after getting too close to Dorian's syndicate. Dorian's voice comes out strangled. This can't be real, but it is. Nalaya's words are soft, controlled, lethal. She watches him process. Watches the predator realize he humiliated, grabbed, and threatened the sister of the boy his organization destroyed. The irony would be funny if it weren't soaked in so much pain. His hands shake, actually shake. The man who kicked her bucket and grabbed her wrist now looks like he might collapse. Nalaya leans in, just slightly, just enough. I know everything you've done, Dorian read. What happens when the hunted becomes the hunter? 2 years ago, Nalaya sat in a university library at midnight, surrounded by financial documents that shouldn't exist. Forensic economics, her major, her passion, her weapon. She traced money like detectives traced blood. Offshore accounts, shell corporations, laundered millions moving through legitimate businesses like ghosts through walls. The Ravenbrook case was supposed to be her thesis project. Then it became something more, something dangerous. She found the pattern. Money flowing from street operations through real estate into offshore havens, then back clean into political campaigns. The syndicate wasn't just criminal, it was institutional, protected, untouchable, until Tavius helped her crack the encryption. Her little brother with his laptop and energy drinks, coding at 3 a.m. while she built the financial map. Together, they assembled a case that should have brought down an empire. She submitted her findings to Ravenbrook. They opened an official investigation. Then Tavius missed dinner. Then he missed class. Then his phone went dead. Then the message arrived, printed untraceable, left on her apartment door. Back off or he dies. The case disappeared. Ravenbrook shut down overnight. Her thesis advisor stopped returning calls. The financial documents vanished from secure servers. It was like the investigation never existed. But Tavius never came home. So Nalaya did what survivors do. She changed majors, dropped out, took jobs that paid cash, and asked no questions. She became invisible, cleaning offices at night, emptying trash in buildings where powerful men made decisions that destroyed families like hers. But invisible doesn't mean powerless. She worked in their spaces, heard their phone calls, saw their documents left carelessly on desks, learned their patterns, their partners, their secrets. For 2 years, she built her case again. Piece by piece, shift by shift, one overlooked janitor gathering evidence that powerful men never thought to hide from someone they considered beneath notice. She knew Dorian would come here eventually. Vanderhall Tower was his territory. Meetings with developers, deals with politicians, money moving through legitimate channels while blood soaked the foundation. She just didn't know he'd humiliate her first. Didn't know he'd give her the perfect opening. Now Dorian stands in front of her. The man whose syndicate stole her brother, destroyed her future, and forced her kneel on marble floors scrubbing coffee stains. He stares at her like she's a ghost. like she's death wearing a janitor's uniform. He whispers, voice broken, "This can't be happening." Nalaya's expression doesn't change. Cold, calm, controlled. "I know everything you've done," Dorian read. "Every account, every transaction, every person who helped you, every politician you own, every offshore haven, every shell corporation." She pauses, lets it sink in. "I know where you hide your empire." His breathing stops, actually stops. For 3 full seconds, he doesn't inhale. When he does, it's ragged, desperate. She continues, "And you will answer for it. If you had the chance to bring down the person who destroyed your family, how far would you go?" Dorian steps back again. The executives notice this time, really notice. Whispers ripple through the lobby like wind through grass. Guards exchange glances. Someone near the reception desk leans closer to their coworker, confused, curious. Why is the most feared man in the city backing away from a woman holding a mop? Nalaya doesn't move, doesn't chase, doesn't need to. Power isn't about advancing. It's about standing still while your enemy retreats. She learned that from watching men like him. Now she uses it against him. "You're making a mistake." Dorian's voice tries to recover authority. He puffs his chest, lowers his tone, reaches for the intimidation that usually works. "People in my world disappear. The threat hangs between them. Heavy, real. The kind of warning that's kept witnesses silent and investigators scared for decades. The kind that made her brother vanish." But Nalaya doesn't flinch. She takes one step forward. Just one. Her shoes splash through the spilled water, still spreading across marble. Her reflection moves with her, distorted, fractured, but advancing. "People in my family already have." The sentence hits him like a freight train. His face crumples, just for a second, just enough. The mask of power cracks, and something human bleeds through. Guilt, recognition, memory of decisions made in backrooms, orders given to people who don't ask questions, consequences he never had to face. Until now, an executive's phone buzzes. The sound cuts through tension like a knife. Dorian flinches at the noise. Actually flinches. Nalaya watches him scan the exits again, looking for threats, for traps, for federal agents who might be closing in. He's afraid, truly afraid. Not of violence or prison or death. Afraid of someone who knows his secrets. Someone with proof. Someone who spent 2 years becoming invisible just to watch him. A guard near the elevator shifts his weight. Dorian's head snaps toward the movement, hand reaching inside his jacket. The guard freezes. Everyone freezes. For 3 seconds the lobby holds its breath, waiting for violence. Then Dorian's hand drops. Empty. Shaking. Nalaya sees it. The surrender. The realization that grabbing her wrist was the worst mistake he's made in years. Because now everyone saw. Security cameras recorded it. Witnesses watched. And if she disappears now, he's the last person who touched her. He's trapped by his own arrogance. "You can threaten me all you want," Nalaya says quietly. "But we both know you can't touch me again. Not here. Not now. Not with everyone watching." Dorian's jaw clenches. His eyes dart to the cameras mounted in corners, to the guards pretending not to listen, to the executives recording this moment on phones they think he doesn't see. He's outnumbered, outmaneuvered, by a janitor. The irony would be beautiful if it weren't soaked in so much pain. "What do you want?" His voice cracks. The question comes out desperate. Broken. Human. Nalaya leans in close enough that only he hears. "I want you to remember this feeling, this fear, this helplessness. Because that's what you gave my family." She steps back, turns, picks up her mop from where it fell. The simple action, returning to work, dismissing him, cuts deeper than any threat. Dorian stands alone in the center of the lobby, surrounded by watching eyes, drowning in his own terror. Have you ever seen someone powerful realize they're not untouchable? "I didn't order your brother's disappearance." The words tumble out of Dorian like a confession he's been holding for years. His voice drops low, urgent, almost pleading. "One of my partners acted alone. I found out too late." Nalaya freezes. Her hands tighten on the mop handle. Every muscle in her body screams at her to turn around, to look at his face, to see if he's lying. But she doesn't. She stands with her back to him, forcing him to speak to her spine. Liar. Her voice is ice. Sharp. Cutting. No. Dorian steps closer. Not threatening this time, begging. Tavius was never supposed to be touched. The order was to scare him. Shut down the investigation. When I learned what happened, he stops. Swallows. I couldn't reverse it. Nalia spins around. Her eyes burn with rage and something more dangerous. Hope. The kind of hope that hurts worse than grief because it refuses to die. You expect me to believe you? I've been trying to get out ever since. His words rush together, desperate, raw. The partnership I'm in, they're worse than anything you've investigated. They don't just break laws. They own the people who make them. She searches his face for the lie, for the performance. But what she sees terrifies her more than any threat. He's telling the truth, or at least he believes he is. An executive coughs near the elevator. The sound breaks the moment. Dorian glances around, suddenly aware they're still being watched. His fear shifts, not of her anymore, but of someone else. Someone who might be listening. There are cameras in this building that don't belong to security, he whispers. People watching who don't work here. If they know I'm talking to you. Nalia's heart pounds. She wants to scream, wants to hit him, wants to force him to say her brother's name, to admit what his world did to her family. But rage won't bring Tavius back. Rage won't expose the syndicate. Rage won't finish what she started 2 years ago. She steadies herself, breathes, thinks. You're going to tell me everything. Dorian's eyes widen. You don't understand what you're asking. I understand perfectly. She steps closer, close enough to see the sweat on his temple, the rapid pulse at his throat. You're going to give me names, accounts, locations, every piece of the empire you've been too scared to escape. They'll kill me. They'll kill you anyway. Her voice is calm, factual. Men like you don't retire. You know too much, which means you have one choice. Help me bring them down, or wait for them to decide you're a liability. The truth of it settles over him like a weighted blanket. He knows she's right. Men in his position don't get happy endings. They get bullets, or prison, or disappearances that never make the news. Why would you trust me? He asks. I don't. She holds a stare. But you recognized that tattoo and didn't run. Didn't call your people. Didn't drag me into an alley. You froze. Which means part of you has been waiting for this. For someone to give you an out. Silence stretches between them. Executives watch. Guards shift. The whole lobby feels the weight of a decision being made. Dorian's shoulders sag. The fight drains out of him. You have no idea what you're starting. Yes, Nalia says. I do. If someone who hurt you offered to help take down something bigger, would you accept? I have evidence. Nalia's words cut through his resistance like wire through butter. Financial records, voice recordings, security footage from buildings like this one. 2 years of watching, listening, documenting. Dorian stares at her, really stares, seeing her for the first time, not as a janitor, not as an obstacle, but as someone who's been hunting him while he thought he was the predator. You've been building a case. His voice is flat, defeated. Every night shift, every office I cleaned, every careless conversation man like you had, because you didn't think I mattered enough to listen. She let that sink in. I know about the real estate deals in Brooklyn, the shell corporations in Delaware, the offshore accounts in the Caymans, the construction contracts with city officials, the money laundering through art galleries. His face goes white again. Each detail hits like a hammer. That's impossible. Those files are encrypted, protected. Tavius taught me to code before he disappeared. Her smile is cold, sharp. Turns out your encryption isn't as good as you think, especially when the person cleaning your server room has time and motivation. Dorian's hand goes to his mouth. He's calculating, running through every office he's used, every building he's met in, every conversation he's had in spaces he thought were secure. Wondering how much she actually has. Wondering if it's enough to bury him. It is. If you had that evidence, you'd have used it already. But his voice wavers. He's hoping, not believing. I needed one more piece. Nalia steps closer. They're almost eye level now. Her standing tall, him hunched under the weight of his mistakes. The connection between your operation and the bigger syndicate. The ones who took my brother. You're gonna give me that. They'll know it came from me. Then make sure we move fast. She pauses. Lets him see the determination in her eyes. This ends one of two ways, Dorian. Together or in blood. Your choice. An executive near the windows clears their throat. Another checks their watch. The lobby is returning to normal. People moving again, conversations resuming, the morning returning to its usual rhythm. But between Alaya and Dorian, everything has changed. He glances around, checking exits, counting witnesses. His mind is racing. She can see it. He's weighing his options. Run, fight, surrender, betray. Every choice leads to danger. Every path ends in pain. But one path might end in survival. What do you need? The question comes out quiet, resigned. The voice of a man who just realized he's been checkmated. Nalaya reaches into her pocket, pulls out a small card. White, blank except for a phone number written in her handwriting. She holds it between two fingers, offering it. Call me in 3 hours. Somewhere public. Bring proof that you're serious. Dorian takes the card. His fingers brush hers, both of them flinching at the contact. If I do this, there's no going back. There was no going back the moment you recognized this tattoo. She pulls her glove tight over her wrist. 3 hours. Don't make me come looking for you. She turns, picks up her bucket. The water has spread across half the lobby now, diluted, harmless, already drying in the warm air. She begins mopping, slow, methodical, like the last 10 minutes didn't just reshape both their lives. Dorian stands frozen, watching her work, watching her dismiss him. The executives stare, confused, waiting for him to explode. But he doesn't. He walks to the elevator, presses the button, waits. The doors open and he steps inside, still holding her card, still looking back at her. Their eyes meet one last time before the doors close. The floor isn't the only thing I've been cleaning. What secrets are hidden in the places powerful people forget to look? The elevator chimes. Nalaya doesn't look up from mopping. She hears Dorian's footsteps, hesitant now, uncertain, crossing the lobby toward the exit. Hears the revolving door spin. Hears him leave. She exhales. Her hands shake so badly she has to grip the mop to steady them. 2 years. 2 years of working nights, gathering evidence, becoming invisible. And in 10 minutes, everything accelerated. She finishes cleaning, empties the bucket, returns her supplies to the janitor's closet on the 3rd floor. Her shift technically ended 20 minutes ago, but routine matters. Routine keeps you invisible. In the closet, surrounded by chemicals and mops, she pulls out her phone, opens an encrypted app Tavius taught her to use before he vanished. Types a message to a contact labeled Only R, the last remaining member of the Ravenbrook team who believed her. Contact made. He's scared. Moving to phase 2. The response comes in seconds. Are you safe? She types back. Define safe. 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Be careful. Men like him don't surrender. They pivot. Nalaya knows. She's counting on it. 3 hours later, she sits in Morningside Park on a bench facing the path. Joggers pass. Dog walkers. Students. Normal people living normal lives, unaware that 30 feet away a janitor and a mafia boss are about to make a deal that could bring down an empire. Dorian appears at 2:47 p.m. Early. Nervous. He's changed clothes. Jeans, plain jacket, baseball cap pulled low. Trying to blend in. Failing. He sits on the other end of the bench. Doesn't look at her. I brought something. He slides the phone across the wood between them. Recordings. 3 years of conversations with my partners. Names. Locations. Details about operations you don't have yet. Nalaya picks up the phone. Checks the files. Her breath catches. It's real. Dozens of recordings. Hours of evidence. Enough to connect Dorian's operation to the bigger syndicate. Enough to trace the money to people protected by power. Enough to finish what she started. Why now, she asks. Why give this up? Dorian finally looks at her. His eyes are tired. Haunted. Because I'm dying anyway. Cancer. Stage 4. 6 months if I'm lucky. The revelation hits her like cold water. She searches his face, looking for the lie, but finds only exhaustion. You're serious. Dead serious. He laughs bitterly at his own joke. I've been trying to figure out how to burn it all down before I go. You just gave me the match. Nalaya stares at the phone in her hands, at the evidence, at the man who helped destroy her family, now trying to destroy his own legacy. The irony is almost too much. There's one more thing. Dorian reaches into his jacket. She tenses, hand moving toward the knife in her pocket. But he pulls out another phone. Older, cracked screen. This belonged to someone in the organization. Someone who handled the... He pauses, swallows. The Tavius situation. Her heart stops, completely stops. She reaches for the phone with shaking hands. What's on it? Messages, photos, proof of where they took him. Dorian's voice drops, and proof that the order came from someone higher than me. Someone you wouldn't expect. Nalaya's fingers close around the phone. It's warm, recently charged, recently used. Who? Before Dorian can answer, footsteps crunch on the path behind them. Fast, purposeful, both of them tense. Nalaya's hand goes to her knife. Dorian's goes inside his jacket. A figure steps into view. Dark suit, empty hands raised. He stops 10 feet away, watching them with emotionless eyes. You shouldn't be together. The man's voice is flat, professional, not threatening yet, just stating facts. Dorian's face goes pale. Kendrick, Mr. Red. The man, Kendrick, nods. Miss Brooks. Nalaya freezes. He knows her name, her real name, which means this isn't random. This isn't surveillance. This is a message. Just talking, Dorian says carefully. Nothing important. Kendrick's expression doesn't change. Then you won't mind if I join you. When the hunter becomes the hunted, who's really in control? Kendrick walks away, just turns and leaves like he was never there. But the message is clear. They're being watched. They're not safe. The syndicate knows. Dorian stands immediately. We need to move. Now, Nalaya shoves both phones into her jacket. They hurry down the path in the opposite direction. Not running, not drawing attention, but moving fast. She can feel eyes on them. Cameras maybe, or people. The syndicate has resources that make the police look powerless. They reach the street. Dorian flags a cab. They climb in, both breathing hard. Drive, Dorian tells the cabbie. Just drive. The cab pulls into traffic. Nalaya watches through the rear window. No one follows. Yet, this ends only one of two ways, Dorian says quietly. Together or in blood. She doesn't answer. She's staring at the cracked phone in her hands. The one with information about Tavius. About where they took him. About who gave the order. Her fingers shake as she unlocks it. The screen flickers to life. Messages load. Photos. Voice memos. Evidence of crimes that should have been impossible. And then she sees it. The last file. Dated 3 days ago. A voice message from a number she recognizes. A number she called every week for 6 months after Tavius disappeared. A number that eventually stopped accepting her calls. She presses play. The voice that fills the cab is young. Scared. Familiar. If anyone's listening to this, it's Tavius Brooks. I'm being held somewhere underground. I don't know where. They said if I help them with one more job, they'll let me go. I don't believe them, but I don't have a choice. If you're hearing this, it means someone found Kendrick's phone, which means there's still time. Please, I just want to come home. The message ends. The cab fills with silence. Nalaya's hands shake so hard, she almost drops the phone. Tears blur her vision. Alive. Her brother is alive. Terrified. Being used. But alive. Dorian stares at her. When was that recorded? She checks the date. Her heart stops. 3 days ago. 3 days. Which means Tavius is still breathing. Still hoping. Still waiting for someone to find him. And she has the evidence to do it. She has names. Locations. Recordings. Everything she needs to bring the syndicate down and bring her brother home. But she also knows what it costs. What will take. The danger. The risk. The people who will fight to keep these secrets buried. Dorian reaches over. Puts his hand on her shoulder. We finish this. Together. She looks at him. This man who humiliated her. Who's part of the machine that destroyed her family. who's now the only ally she has. Together, she agrees. The cab drives on. The city blurs past the windows. And somewhere in the underground darkness, Tavius waits. If you've made it this far, you need to hear what happens next. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the continuation of this story. Drop a comment below. What would you do if you discover your missing family member was still alive? Your thoughts might inspire someone else going through their own battle. This is more than just a story. It's a reminder that sometimes the people the world overlooks are the ones carrying the truth that powerful people fear most. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and let's finish what Nalias started.